This is part of a series exploring dangerous personalities in the workplace. In this episode, we're looking at how psychopaths operate quietly at work, often without being noticed. Because the most dangerous coworker isn't the loud one, it's the one who never seems affected by anything. Think about the calmest person you work with, the one who never looks stressed, never seems involved in conflict, never appears responsible when things go wrong. Now ask yourself this uncomfortable question. Why do problems seem to follow them, even though they're never blamed? Why this matters? Workplaces are built on pressure, deadlines, competition, power hierarchies. Most people feel that pressure. It shows in their tone, their body language, their mistakes. But some people don't react the same way. This video isn't about diagnosing anyone, and it's not about paranoia. It's about patterns. Because certain personalities don't experience guilt, fear, or stress the way others do. And when those personalities enter structured environments like workplaces, they don't just survive, they often rise. If you don't understand how this works, you'll feel the effects before you ever see the cause. Sign 1. Unnatural calm under pressure. Most people leak emotion under stress. They become tense. They over-explain. They show concern when something goes wrong. But some people remain completely unchanged. Projects collapse. They're calm. Someone else is blamed. They're calm. Conflict erupts. They observe without reaction. At first, this looks like emotional strength, but pay attention to how it makes others feel. People around them feel anxious, defensive, unsettled. Their calm doesn't stabilize the environment. It destabilizes it. That emotional imbalance is the first quiet warning. Sign 2. Apologies that never feel real. Watch how they handle mistakes. If they apologize, it sounds polished. I didn't realize it would come across that way. That wasn't my intention. I guess there was a misunderstanding. Nothing sounds aggressive. Nothing sounds rude. But something is missing. There's no ownership, no behavioral change, no emotional weight. The apology exists to reset the situation, not to repair it. And after every issue, they walk away unaffected, while someone else absorbs the consequences. This pattern becomes clearer when we talk about how these personalities rise within organizations, which we'll break down in the next episode. Sign 3. They collect people, not connections. They ask questions, they listen carefully, they remember details, but not to bond. They're mapping vulnerabilities. Who needs validation? Who doubts themselves? Who fears authority? They rarely share personal information about themselves, but they know everything about everyone else. Later, that information resurfaces during conflicts, in performance reviews, in subtle power shifts. You didn't confide in a coworker. You gave leverage to someone who stores people as data. Sign 4. Confusion follows them everywhere. They don't confront openly. They confuse quietly. A comment here, a reframed story there, a doubt planted behind closed doors. Soon, people don't trust each other. Stories don't align. Accountability disappears. And somehow, they're never in the center of the chaos. They don't create visible conflict. They create fog. And fog protects manipulators. Sign 5. Progress without loyalty. They advance, but no one feels supported by them. Help always has a cost. Praise feels calculated. Loyalty lasts only as long as usefulness. Once someone stops serving a purpose, they're discarded quietly. No explanation, no regret, no reflection. That emotional detachment isn't ambition, it's absence. Why most people miss this? Because these traits don't look dangerous. They look professional, logical, composed, and society often mistakes emotional detachment for maturity and leadership. By the time people sense something is wrong, they've already started doubting themselves. That's how influence works best, when it remains unnamed. So here's something to think about. Have you ever worked with someone who stayed calm no matter what, yet left tension, confusion, or damage everywhere they went? And when you look back now, what signs do you wish you had noticed sooner? In the next part of this series, we'll break down how these personalities rise to power at work without ever being exposed.